You know what that is? Discipline. Selfish.
No joke. We're legitimate.
Fucking do that? Then do it. Do it 100%, because I'm trying to.
We recognize that we are limitless.
You gotta be a champion to become a champion, right? Winning is a habit because we create habits that lead to good execution and success.
Welcome everyone to our Thursday night post-event podcast, the Mid-Atlantic Open. It's in the rear view, and man, what an event. As we stated in our promo, Dover gave us some answers and created even more questions. And to help us with all of it, tonight's guest is our friend, an internet sensation, Rich Telford. Ryan, Rich, and I will break down everything that happened at the NXL Mid-Atlantic Open. We will discuss the teams that took steps forward. We'll talk about the teams that stayed about the same, as well as teams that may have taken a step back and maybe get a little into the whys behind all of it. We'll give you our early thoughts on the next event happening in June, just north of Cincinnati in Hamilton, Ohio, as well as any insight we might have regarding rosters, coaching, some tactical changes coming up. So stick around, hit the like and subscribe button. I'm Coach Mike Bianca of the Atlanta Jungle Cats, along with my friend and co-host Ryan Gray, coach of Red Legion. This is episode 113 of The Coach's Show. The Coach's Show is brought to you by our awesome sponsors, Max Sportswear. Charles at Max Sportswear has done so much for so many teams. The people who work with him would most certainly agree about that. He has all sorts of soft good options you can check out, from jerseys to pants, gloves, and even packs. He'll work with you and your team to get you what you need. So get maxed. You won't be disappointed. BKI, the best knowledge in paintball, is also a proud sponsor of the Coach's Show. Sign up at bkipaintball.com and start learning from the pros immediately. Your own mini clinic right there in your own home. Where else can you hear directly from people like Ryan Gray, Tyler Harmon, or even Ryan Greenspan? Go to bkipaintball.com and sign up today. And the Coach's Show would like to welcome our newest sponsor, Virtue. Virtue specializes in premium paintball quality gear designed and used by the pros. Their products range from goggles, loaders, packs, and a lot more. All of their products are built to win. We're proud to announce that you will have special deals coming just for you. That's right, the Coach's Show audience. So be sure to keep a lookout for that. Virtue, built to win, and now a proud sponsor of the Coach's Show. Man, Ryan, lots to talk about before we get in too far. Let's talk about the exhibition match between the East and the West. Did you know that Brad Keselowski, I hope I pronounced that right, the NASCAR racing personality that was guest coaching the West, brought in over
Keselowski.
Because thank you, that guy too.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Brought in over 30 outside media with him. Did you?
Yes.
I mean, he had it was impressive. I understand there were some impressive numbers that took place for our viewership for that as well, among a few other things.
Yeah, there was he brought a serious entourage with him, and they kind of followed him around all over the place. He got to do some one-on-one stuff with a few of the pro players over on the divisional fields before they went over and did the kind of the paintball showcase thing that they did. Again, I'm only saying that because we've talked about this. We talked about it on the pre-show. It wasn't really an all-star game, right? It was a showcase of what we do to a broad audience, right? I thought probably the most compelling part of the game was obviously crowd participation, and the vets. Watching the vets play was really cool. So
yeah, integrating the vets into the pro lines was pretty cool. What did everyone think? Chat it up in the comments. What did you think about bringing the sideline coaching back? I think that's always exciting. You know, we always do it during the Champions Cup with the veterans, and it's always a good time. I watch people having aneurysms out there, right? They're screaming so much. Was a lot of the same for this one, and they gave their heart, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was the most fan engaging moment, for 45 minutes. Everybody's screaming, and And I loved like where the VIP was, right? Because you had that sort of eagle's nest view of the layout. I hope they can figure out a way to do that at more of the locations. That was really neat. But it was cool being up there and behind all the noise, right? So I didn't have to get down in the chaos of all of that. So, but yeah, it was cool to see. It was fun to watch. It was a cool game.
I wandered into the pits, onto the east side. Obviously, Joey DiPolito from the Jungle Cats was there. And plus, I have a lot of friends on that team. So, and of course, Kevin Fillers was helping coach. And I just stopped in. I had some time, wanted to stop and say hi. And it's on the Z-Log. If you get a chance, go check that out on YouTube. It was a good time in that pit. It was funny. It was funny. It was a good time.
So
congratulations to the West. It was pretty incredible.
I just want to touch on this comment. Sorry, I don't want to mess up your last name, but sideline coaching is cool. Vets in the All-Star game, while heartwarming, kind of baffling. That's why we're not really – it wasn't an All-Star game, right? It was really a showcase of paintball, again, to a broad audience of people. It wasn't really an All-Star game. Not in the way that we all know an All-Star game should look and feel. Sure. That's not what it was. So.
Yeah, and I think it was last weekend where SK brought up, hey, maybe next time we integrate some of the women's teams as well, All-Stars from the women and really make it a showcase, right? A real exhibition, have 4 lines. That would be very cool.
Agreed. Yeah. And they should have, right? Because that's what it was. I think the only reason they weren't invited is because they weren't there.
Yeah, they didn't have an event, right?
Yeah.
They only play 3 of the 5. So who knows? We could probably still pull something off. That'd be worth it.
Let's jump into all this content. We got a lot tonight.
We do have a lot. We should probably bring in our guests too, shouldn't we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hi, guys.
Bam.
Thank you for putting him in the middle.
Yeah, thank you. Listen, before we get into anything, I want to cover a few things. Number one, I'm willing to donate half of my salary towards getting you guys a new intro film made. I don't know exactly what that kind of thing costs, but if you guys can't get it done, I do know some video guys in the industry that could probably hook you up for a little, shared advertisement. But, it's a 2-year-old reel is just not going to cut anymore. Secondly, I want to invest the second half of my salary into the new tracksuit idea that Mike's going with. And I think from now on, the new hotness when you get to events, it's not, oh, what's the new jersey? Oh, what's the new gun? It's which coach has the most fly tracksuit, right? The coach with the most fly tracksuit is that's where I want to invest my money. So just before we get things going, I need to get those things out there, get them off my chest.
I like your first idea. And I'm certainly down for the second. I got to tell you, I got bullied into that. And we gave the people what they wanted, but I'll tell you who had me on the floor was Todd Martinez. He when he saw it, it was so funny. When he made a comment, someone said he made a comment during the thing. He says, I almost slipped on Coach's drip.
Slipping on the drip.
I mean, with the Red Legion, they would just have to pull their tracksuits out from like 10, 12 years ago.
From 99.
White?
Yeah.
Red, white? Okay, no problem.
They would just have to yank them right out. They're probably somewhere in a closet.
Wait a minute. We got a couple of comments here, but here's the latest from our friend Christian. I can get behind the ushering in of the tracksuit era.
I agree, man. That's the look. That is the look. I like to see tracksuits and big gold chains.
Big gold chains.
And big gold chains.
It was 30, 40K. I was wearing around my neck, man.
Whatever it costs.
Yeah.
All right.
30, 40 bucks.
All your serious stuff.
No, 30, 40
serious stuff now.
Okay, cents. Oh, it's too funny. All right. Let's hop into it. There's lots to talk about. Do we want to just start with the obvious one?
We better because we have a lot.
Damage.
Damage.
I mean, come on.
From the start.
Yeah.
Like on day one, I thought we looked really good and Damage looked really good.
You know how you made the comment, we were talking a little bit earlier and you were like, clearly they were the dominant team in Dover. And I felt like through the prelims, I really felt like it was a Red Legion event. And it was certainly looking like Damage.
Ironmen looked pretty good in the prelims too.
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
So. Oh, absolutely. 100%.
We're going to talk a lot about that.
We are.
Oh,
we are. I think after the prelims, most people were thinking this, again, a Red Legion event. 3 undefeated teams after prelims, Legion, Dynasty, and Ironmen. Like we said, we'll talk about those. I do think Damage looked really strategically polished.
They look really good.
Yeah, they were controlled, disciplined. Everyone knew their role this event and executed on a very consistent basis. By the way, quick shout out. Hopefully Jacob Edwards, I understand it's a hip injury. Heals up fast.
Might be out for the season.
But you know, I have to say, I think, was it Chad Bashir that hopped in to cover his role?
They've got a really deep roster.
Of course. But I think Chad hopped in
Jacob, but at least they've got a deep roster.
Yeah, I hate that they have all that talent. Jason, Marcelo, Mouse, Keith, Agent Smith, they all looked really good.
Listen, right now, the way it is, Red Legion, Impact, and Damage are playing for first, second, and third, right? And then you sprinkle maybe Fit and X Factor playing for, fifth, third, fourth.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. So Legion gets first at the first event, gets third. Impact second again. Fit dropped from third to fourth. Damage jumps from eighth to first. And then, of course, the Ironmen jump from 14th to 5th. Man, there was a lot of movement at this event. So
yeah, starting to shake out.
I don't want to get away from Damage though.
No,
again, the biggest difference I saw between Damage. Yeah, you've done a great job, sir, earning your money. Yeah. So the biggest difference I saw in Damage coming into Dover that I didn't necessarily see in Tampa is there was some a little bit of layout confusion, like a little bit of tempo problems, understanding really is the middle really important, not important. I don't feel like they had any of those challenges. I felt like they knew the layout very well. They knew exactly how they wanted to play it. And again, just kind of dominated through the matches they played. I mean, they lose one match to the Hurricanes in kind of a weird fashion. But in all of their other matches, had a 4-2 game to start with Aftermath, who we're going to talk about too, because they looked fantastic. But then Mercy ruled the next two teams they played and then lose the next one. Even in the loss, though, I still felt like Tampa Bay Damage was still playing at an incredibly high level. Oh, absolutely. So going into Sunday, they just continued. They got better each match on Sunday. Yep. They didn't stick to a game plan. Even in the final match, they kind of go in with one strategy in the first half of the game, end up in a 1-1 tie coming out, and then just completely dominate the second half, playing at a much different tempo level. Alex Goldman played out of his mind and created kind of a new threat, really, that Tampa Bay Damage hasn't really had to have, where you've got a player who's going to come to your side of the field a lot. Right? Yeah, right. The Damage we're kind of used to seeing play is really just a much more controlled, methodical team. They would take 30s and 40s, but then kind of cross it up just in this very very disciplined manner.
With Mouse on one tape and Chris Shear on another tape, you've got the two best offensive weapons in the league, right? That's 1 and 2.
Well, and Chris Horn.
Chris
Horn played so well, and he super up tempo on that Dorito side, wasn't afraid that made big moves when he needed to, didn't make a lot of mistakes like you've seen in the past. If he played more than a couple points in a row, he would have a big error, right? Yeah. Did not see that in Dover. Chris played fantastic. So
they've been bragging about him for years, man.
Yeah, and Joey, again, poor Joey, his roster just keeps getting deeper.
Poor Joey, that's what I say, at least once or twice a week. Poor Joey.
Right?
Poor Joey.
Poor fella.
But poor Ryan, guy. I wanted to piggyback on that, because I think Mouse's that aggression, right, where you talked about, it's not often you see players on the other team's side. I think Mouse is bleeding off on that. I think you saw that at Keith Brown a lot this event. You saw, they were not afraid to get up in your grill and go. And I think it's a new era. Now with this capability, right, with these capabilities that he has on his roster, layout, it doesn't matter the layout now. Things used to be layout dependent. Doesn't matter now. He's got threats everywhere, and he can play whatever tempo he needs to.
Absolutely. And I thought SK absolutely coached a fantastic tournament. 100%. He again, with the tempo changes, kind of the different combinations of guys he put out, that I don't know if he did it on purpose. If he did, it makes it more masterful, where he would throw these different tempo changes at you with the roster. right? Like you would have Jacob Edwards, who would come in and play the 2 on the snake side, who again would follow really well, but then would kind of stop and gunfight, right? Whereas like in that 1-2 punch with Mouse and Keith, one's coming, the next one's coming right behind him. That's right. And there's no like stopping and gunfighting. He's coming right behind, right? Whichever one of them went first, the next one was right there. So it was really a masterful performance. So fun to watch.
Fun to watch 100%. All right. We have a lot to cover. So, I mean, it's obvious that I mean, everyone knows, because anyone goes back and watch those matches, Damage was just, it top to bottom, execution outstanding.
I will say, I think the finals match happened in the semifinals, but that's just my opinion, because I think the 2 best teams played in the semifinals.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Red Legion. You know, they got a first, now they've got a third. I think they're playing an exciting style of paintball. It's hard to argue that the metrics and training regimen is a substantial force multiplier. I don't think they've been out of the top 5 since World Cup of 2023. Someone can check me on that. Pretty confident in that one.
We haven't since I've been here.
Yeah. So they're sitting 1 point ahead of Impact in the series standings right now. So yeah, I think they are the team that a lot of teams in contention are measuring themselves against. It's the dynamics, watching the dynamic execution. I even mention it in my most recent blog that'll go live, I think tomorrow or this weekend sometime, where I talk about not everybody can be in their opponents, across their opponent's 50, skirmish line in the first 20 seconds of every point. So not everybody's Red Legion, but long story short, I think the up tempo, matter of fact, when I saw the layout, I knew you guys were going to be flying on this thing. And you did. You guys played the most points. You had some of the fastest points won. I think Red Legion is, the team to beat, a top tier team. It's going to be crazy.
Can the kid keep playing at that level, right?
Say that one more time.
Can your snake kid keep playing at that level?
I think he proved it.
Pressure's not going to get to him.
I think he proved it. The kid took a tank. He split his gun in 2 and took it 1 to the jaw. Still like came out and dunked 2 guys like
champ.
Yeah, you saw some of the challenges with Hara this weekend, right? Like this was a much more thinker snake, right? Yeah. And so and I think the commentators said it at one point, because Lauren heard me telling him, I think it was Friday, I was telling him, hey, spend as much time as you can on the other, like working all the pathways to the other team's side of the field. Get shot a lot. It's okay, right? Like get shot a lot. Keep finding those pathways. With all the crossing that was coming in, you had back center and snake, the Dorito 1 through one gap. You had then the Dorito 2 and the Dorito 1. Then you had the Dorito 2 and the Dorito 3. So you had all these different crosses that you had to worry about in different parts of the snake. And I just kept telling him
that home cuts off that gap in the 20.
Yeah. And I just kept telling him, keep making mistakes. It's okay. Like all of this is learning for the next round, right? It's all learning for the next round. So I think so, because we're giving him the freedom to make those mistakes, right? So I don't think he feels this like immense pressure. I think he feels more like he has freedom, right? Because that's where we're trying to give him that freedom. So I think so. Yeah. I think so. And you saw what it does for Karslev. Yeah. I mean, Karslev spent in half the points we played, Karslev's on the other team's side of the field. And that's because there's so much attention put on Thomas now. Yeah. For him coming to your side of the field, that the guys in front of Karslev are shooting that way.
Karslev should be O'Hara's bodyguard. Yeah. He's going to make his life so much easier, man.
But see, that was the thing about this field. That's what I loved about this field, right? The snake, obviously very powerful on this layout, but you could get stung on that Dorito side. And if you weren't careful, that center was definitely powerful and clever and tricky. So just lots.
Yeah,
I think just my random opinion as a fan. I think you need one more starter. Just throwing it out there.
I mean, we've got 2 on the bench. One was hurt, and one just didn't earn an opportunity. But
starter. I'm sorry, like little stuff in my chest. It sounded like I said starter, but I was actually just coughing.
But our starters change every event.
Yeah, I know. Which I like the semi-pro thing. I don't like the, so I guess if Malloy shows up and has a bad day, he's going to be not playing on the starting team.
Yeah, if that ever happens.
And J-Rab too. I guess he goes and has a bad day. And you're not going to play.
Did you not watch Tampa?
I
know I did, and I noticed something in Tampa.
Okay, like Justin only got to play like 30% of the points on the first day.
That's right.
So, but in normal Justin fashion, he kept getting better and better and better throughout the tournament. So that when you get to Sunday, it's like we got to play him, right? We have to find a place for him. So we just moved the other monster you mentioned. We moved that guy and put the other monster in, and you're good.
Yep.
But like Corey Hall is there. Kirill was hurt, right? He'd had a back injury literally 2 days before the event. So like we've got guys,
guys.
Smotrov's coming around. Like he keeps improving every single time we get together. So I think we're okay.
Good. Attitude's still good.
Yes. Really good. Actually, I think his attitude's better than it's ever been.
Good.
Yeah.
Russians don't have attitudes.
He's got
not just Russians on the team anymore.
He's got a little one.
I'm kidding.
He's got a little
I'm
one.
kidding, of course.
Let's move on. Let's talk about Impact.
Let's talk about him.
Let's talk about Impact. Maybe now the most well-rounded, other than Damage. Maybe the most well-rounded roster.
I think most consistent team for sure. Right.
Second place.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine them ever not being in the top four, right? Unless something catastrophic happens. They go out and they do a really good job of winning the breakouts. They do a really good job of taking those key positions. They do a really good job of communicating. And then they have, 8 or 9 unbelievably good paintball players.
Yeah. But let's talk about the way they started the tournament, because that's not
0-2.
I mean, looked like Impact was going to have an early flight. I mean, they did not look good at all on Friday.
No. I mean, how much of that do you think was Dave wasn't there?
Yeah, I think it had a big thing to do with Dave not being there on Saturday, and then having the Bart and Zane have been a big part of the coaching crew for a long time, but not having Dave there, it probably took them a day to adjust, and for the team to adjust and be like, all right, hey, listen, we got to do what we normally do if Dave was here and figure it out,
Yeah, I'll tell you the biggest thing I could tell when I would walk around their pit, because they pit right next to us every match, right? The energy that around their pit on Friday was awful. It was terrible. They're normally a pretty rowdy team while they're playing. There's a lot of energy, a lot of activity.
Fired up.
Yeah, guys are chirping and chippy, and that wasn't happening on Friday. On Saturday, it was. Yeah. It was. Energy was completely different. You could tell Tyler was a big part of that too. Much more vocal on Saturday. And not the come on guys, that kind of thing, but just really keeping the energy level high. It was a huge difference. And I was happy to see him turn it around, because it was not, you want to see good teams play well, right? And they certainly played well on Saturday. And then obviously on Sunday.
Yeah, their adaptation from Friday to Saturday was impressive. Or rather, I should say their adaptation between Saturday and Sunday, really, because going 2-2, getting a wild card bid, and then making it to the finals, and the way in the fashion they did it it's almost like they put a stamp.
It's hard to get there, usually do well in the event.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael at 45, I've saved your comment. We're going to talk about that later, because I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you.
So I do too, actually.
Who's next?
Well, we taught fit. We could talk about fit. Let's just go in order, right? From placement. So obviously Legion third, Damage first, Impact second, Fit took fourth. What are you guys' thoughts on Fit here?
I think they need a fast snake guy, and I think Colt needs to get better at moving. He can move behind his gun, he can move up the center of the field, he can move out, but he needs to go forward. There were 2 or 3 teams that had a guy that played the home and shot the cut, and then would move out to the snake corner. And then when they had to go in, they would go in. And there was a couple guys who just didn't go in. They would just sit there and not do that. And you got to do uncomfortable things to get better. He's so good at what he does. He just needs to add more good stuff onto that, kind of push himself, I think. And I think they need another, Chavez on the snake side. Just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't argue with that assessment. I think first of all, great guns on the break.
Oh, unbelievable.
They obviously know how to play layouts. They play very well together. Their communication is elite. And that's why they're so successful. They know when to move guns. They know when to transition jobs. All of that's very, very good. It just seemed a little slow this time.
I think this field was not ideal for them. And I think it just kind of showed a little bit of, the things that they need to work on or the things that they need help on in the team. Every field kind of dictates the way the field is played, and you got to do what you got to do. Some teams were able to do that, and some teams just didn't have the tools.
Look, those guys show up every event thinking they're going to win it, right?
Yeah, I love their attitude. And they have the best skill in the game, which is shooting people in the break, right?
Yeah.
If you're always playing 5-on-3, you have a huge advantage, and they do a really good job of that. I just think they could use another attacker on the snake side.
Yeah, I think you're going to. Fit's not going anywhere. I think you're going to continue to see
100%. Yeah, I think Fit and X Factor are the teams that are in that bracket right below Red Legion, Impact, and Damage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Let's see. Next was the Ironmen. Now, look, this we could spend some time on this one.
Man,
time.
They took 14th at Tampa and took 5th at this event. That is a jump of 9, right? I mean, the question becomes: people are going to start asking, was this legitimate? I think they finally started what I call momentum conversion, right? They have a tendency to start strong and they just don't finish with a solid follow through, right? They had way better closing this event, and I chalk that up to better chemistry. Something flipped a switch over there on that camp because they were more controlled and balanced here.
His name is CJ Cantor.
I was just about to say,
it has to be.
It's CJ Cantor, guys.
It's CJ Cantor.
It's CJ Cantor is what I'm saying.
We talk ad nauseum, right, about culture on this show. And when you add a guy that number one is an amazing human, right? Like most importantly, great human off the field.
Part of it.
Yes. And then brings that same kind of attitude with some grit to the locker room, and also creates more discipline. And then coach, right? Shane and I talked a little bit. I was like, okay, tell me all the things that you've changed. And he's got like a reset rule now where in the pit, if things get chaotic, he yells reset. If anybody keeps doing like talking about the thing that was agitating, they sit. He just sits them. Yeah. And I'm like,
or Paxton can just punch him. Either way, it's good.
It's possible. But like, again, it's just CJ brings this amazing
he's a good
addition to the culture.
You want to be a better player, better person, right? He's one of those guys who you want to win for him. You want to see him win. You want to help him win, and you want to be a part of that. Yeah,
totally.
One
and
of the better players I've worked with.
Not only was he playing at an incredibly high level, but while he's playing, he's directing traffic. Yeah. I'm listening to him out of the snake too, or even sometimes being the first guy in the snake and literally directing traffic, telling guys like, no, go here, shoot that way. I mean, the dude just was outstanding. Out and so fun to watch. Like this. Yeah.
I was pissed when he left Damage because I feel like, and this is me nitpicking, but I felt like he could still learn so much from the Damage guys, because he had just been there for a short time. But then I also understood that it's hard to take it in the ego, punch in the ego and ride the bench and learn from those guys for a year when you could be leading another team and possibly winning events. So I totally get why he went. I have a lot of respect for those Damage guys and what they do. And I was like, man, when he went there, I was so happy because I was like, now he's already at this level. Now he's going there. He's going to be up here, So right. I'm really happy with that. CJ's doing so well.
I think CJ proved that he learned a lot from Damage. I thought to me, I think there was a cool, calm collectedness around him in the pit when I was watching him and Henry Sense and Shane talk about plans and what we need to do and how we need to adapt and adjust. Even keel, right? There was no chaos about it. And I think, it was a big deal.
So glad you said it that way too, Coach, because that's another thing I saw, right? Is now you have, with the additional leadership in the locker room, you've got another voice echoing Coach and Henry Sense, right?
Supporting the program, right?
Right.
Yeah, saying, yeah, that's great.
It's
But
so-
maybe
it's
we
so
sprinkle
important,
this
man.
in here. Yeah.
It's so
Let's
important.
sprinkle this in. Let's do this a little bit.
Because you bring the
And
wrong
then to
guy
watch-
in, he does the opposite, right?
Totally. And then to
so
watch
important.
PK feed off of all of that, it was like PK has not played the way he played in Tampa, in Dover since he was with NYX. Like he was free. He was, chirping and talking shit
and
having
winning points,
fun.
right? Not just out there playing, but actually out there winning points, contributing to the game. That's what I noticed.
Yes.
I watched him pretty closely, and I was like, well, he's actually out there like engaging in the game, like, sometimes dying, but sometimes winning, but doing the right thing instead of just hiding in the back, waiting for everybody else to die and walking off.
Yep.
Yeah. Really happy with both those guys, man.
It was fun to watch, man.
Dude, I was texting Shane. I was so happy.
And they all it seemed like, again, like they all just kind of took it up just another level, The aggression was better. Tempo in each point was better. They still had some of those weird slow moving points, and a lot of them they lost.
Yeah.
But when they were up tempo, it's shooting guys off the break. Man, they were really good.
Yep.
Hopefully
they can do it again the next time.
I hope so too. I hope this is not a one-time
Me
thing.
too.
Hopefully
only time will tell.
They got a tough bracket.
They do. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. They got a tough one coming up.
So next was Dynasty. Dynasty was one of the 3 teams that went undefeated in the prelims. What do you think about? You think Blake got that buzzer? It looked to me like Blake got the buzzer.
Man, even if he didn't, I'd give it to him.
If you're watching it on the video, right, like it looks like he gets it, but there is a sensor inside the buzzer that sends a signal as soon as you hit it.
Hearsay.
And it goes right to the scorekeeper.
Hearsay.
Right? So I don't know.
Yeah,
but I can tell you, Blake's presence made a difference.
100%.
Blake's presence made a difference. Just like we were talking about with CJ Cantor, Blake made a difference.
We were looking for him and Yosh in the center. That's why a lot of times you'd see my snake player kind of check inside at the 10 or the 20, waiting for that bump, right? That release. But and he was effective there, right? He was effective everywhere. Blake really did make a difference. So, but I think as someone who's been hosed by that, the sensor, well, the clock doesn't match the computer and the computer doesn't anyway. So who knows? But when he hit the buzzer, it was still, according to the video, like you said, Ryan, there was still 1 second left on the clock.
Yeah.
Listen, we're here for entertainment, okay? Let us be entertained. Let them play the point.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I don't really want to get into the rigmarole of the reffing and the clocks and the.
Oh, because you have a team? Yeah. You should be careful.
Not my place.
Correct.
Both you guys.
I thought the reffing was amazing.
I think they could have done a better job.
Yeah, I do think and I voiced my opinion at the end of the tournament.
Here we go.
No, it's not. The refs are human beings. They're going to make mistakes, and I'm totally understanding of that. But it's tough when we have these layouts that are so fast, and there's multiple things happening at one time.
Yeah,
for there to be an expectation of high level reffing, right? Like it's as good as it can be at the pace in which we're playing, right? So there's got to be this comfort with they're going to miss some stuff. They're going to.
Well,
right. So let's put ourselves.
Like everything else is cyclical, right? Like sometimes you have the best crew in there; they're doing their best job. Sometimes it's not the best guys, and they're not doing their best job. And it's just as long as it's fair for both sides, that's all you can ask.
No, I get it. And I understand. I just hate it when it doesn't.
When it works against you, yeah, Mike. Everybody hates it when it works against them, and likes it when it works against the other guy. Thank you for pointing that out. I keep saying,
let's stop putting ourselves in the situations where
100%, right? Let's talk about all the points that we lost in order to get ourselves in the situation where a penalty screws us, or 1 point screws us.
Yeah. Really glad this.
I am glad
this up. Shane Rucker says Rosati killed it on the D side. Totally agree. Yeah. He was awesome. Rosati
played a really good player for a long time. It's just I don't think he's ever really taken it kind of seriously. But now that he's gotten a little bit older, hopefully he'll take it a little more seriously. He's playing with all of his East Coast friends. So this is their chance if they ever had a chance to, make something of it and win some tournaments. That group of guys, they've all been playing in and out together around each other for the last 5, 6, 7 years, maybe longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like East Coast Ironmen though.
East Coast Ironmen, yeah. When I put that together, and I was like, I texted Shane, I'm like, WTF, bro? when did we move the team to the East Coast?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I know. And I'm like, where are you at right now? He's like, I'm on the East Coast at a practice. I'm like, good job, buddy. Good
I'm
job.
going to answer this question real quick from AAF JRT. Is overtime versus PB fit a mini goal checked off the list, Coach B? I could see where it is. I wouldn't say so much that it's a goal. I think it's proof of proof that we're moving in the right direction. I think that's what it is. Mini goal, yeah. The goal would have been to beat them, right? So the goal is to show that we can hang with, elite teams like Fit. Am I pleased with that? No, I know we were in that match. I know we should have won that match. So, but yes, it's better, I guess, losing in overtime than
not getting to overtime.
So, I mean, it's one of those things. I try to find the positive. You guys have probably figured me out by now. I try to find the positive in everything. So yes, I guess you could say we're moving in the right direction. Would I consider it a goal checked off? No, I would not.
Thank you for answering that.
Yeah.
Definitely moving in the right direction. Team looked good.
Well, thank you. We can chat about that later. Hurricanes were next, taking 7th. You asked an interesting question, Ryan. Are they the Cinderella story, or are they a consistent Sunday threat now?
I need to see one more team.
Yeah, I think they're consistent Sunday pest. This is the best way I can put it right now. Mm-hmm. I still think they're weak on the snake side. I don't think they create enough activity in the middle of the field to be a high level. We're getting, worrying about whether or not they're going to win a lot on Sunday. But I do think they're going to be pesky, if that makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. Like they're going to make Sunday. They're going to probably be in the top, like make a semifinal here and there like they did in Tampa, but I don't think they're going to be the team.
Kind of like an Uprising.
I kind of hope they
where
beat.
You're like, they're always there, they're always kind of in the hunt, but they're a step behind.
I can't wait until we talk about Uprising.
Yeah. I feel like, obviously the Canes, this is going on their 4th professional season. They slowly improved each season, and pooped the bed every World Cup under some coach. But I think it's hard to deny the fact that, hey, they got a 4th and now a 7th. They're sitting in what now? I think they're 6th overall or something like that. 5th overall.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's pretty good.
A team that didn't finish higher than 9th or
I think they're doing better than I think they should be doing.
Yeah. So
I see so I came into the season thinking this could be the team like the Tauntauns were last year.
I did too.
Right?
I said that exact same thing.
Be in a few finals, like testing the top of the league pretty regularly. But at this point, it really looks like a lot of the times, and I'm not talking about the preliminary rounds, on Sunday when they bump up against the Big Four,
high-ranked teams,
they fall apart a little bit, right? Fetty is great. Casual Call says, Fetty looked great. Yeah, he did. Fetty is great. He is a great player. I just think they need Fetty, Drew, and Daniel Camp cannot win every – Mike Brown too. Sorry. I don't want to leave him out.
Don't.
Those guys cannot go out and win every point. And again, my shot at them is not really a shot. It's just an assessment of what I see, right? I don't pull punches, in case you guys are first-time watchers, first-time listeners. I don't really pull punches. They don't attack the middle of the field well. When they do, it's undisciplined. And again, I think a lot of that is because if you don't have an edge on either side, where does that middle guy's gun go? Who's he helping? If you're not up in the 50 on the snake side and his gun's that way, what's he holding for? What's he doing?
Right. Yeah. Also, I think it's going to be a struggle because, we talk about this a lot, but, they've got a good roster, right? But when they're coaching against Tampa Bay Damage or Impact, and they're coaching against other coaches that are, really, really, really good at coaching their guys at that highest level, right? This is still kind of a new team and a new coaching together, working together. And it's going to take them a while to just to get their feet underneath them. But even at that, when they get to that field, they're at like, it's a big disadvantage if the other coaches are more prepared than you. It's a big disadvantage if the other pit crew is more prepared than you. No matter how good your players are, there's a lot of different facets to this game. That's, one of the things that they have to prove. Do they have the coaching staff? Do they have the pit crew? Do they have the roster that they need? It's a tough game out there, man. There's a lot of levels to it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I still love them, and I still think they're going to be a consistent Sunday team. And
well, you should still love them, and nobody doesn't love them.
I still love them too.
Yeah, I think everyone loves them, Mike.
I don't believe you, Rich. I think you're lying.
I just want them to play better.
Ryan.
Yeah, I just want them to do expectations.
Yeah, just want them to do better. We want to be like, every time we get beat, we're forced to get better.
Yes.
If everybody keeps getting better, then this thing's just going to keep going forward.
Yeah.
Right.
Who next?
I lost my list.
I have it.
Okay. So we just talked about the Canes.
Okay. Well, we kind of skipped around on the list, though, right?
No, we're just going down it. So 8th was
now
Tauntauns,
now
wasn't
it's
it?
Collision.
Oh, no, it was Tauntauns was 8th, wasn't it?
Mine said Ironmen, Hurricanes. Oh, we're going back to rank. Sorry, not the email. My bad.
Rank. Yeah, sorry.
Well, I mean, that seems the easiest way to go.
Yeah, I just got up the wrong list. Sorry.
All good. So Arsenal. All right, who wants to start that one? Okay.
I'll start it.
All right.
Yeah, they looked okay. They seem like kind of the middle of the pack team. They aren't as aggressive as they were last season, obviously.
They didn't play the Dorito side.
They played some good points.
I'm glad somebody said it.
This is one of the teams when I was talking about earlier that kind of showed the weakness in the roster or the not understanding the field based on the way they played the field or the way they didn't, address the Dorito side of the field. Just putting a guy in that center box looking that way was pretty short-sighted.
They did the exact same thing every time.
Yeah, hard to scout that.
The only thing they would change is if he shot the first snake guy off the break, he'd go to the corner and go up from there. That's it. That's all they changed. Every now and again, but they would put the Dorito side in, but it was Benny Carroll.
Yeah.
When Benny would come in, he'd go to the can shooting and then go to the Doritos.
Yeah.
It was the most weird. It was the weirdest scouting I've ever done.
Yeah. It was bizarro world for me because they lose to Wildside and then they turn around and put it on Impact. Right. I don't know. It was just an inconsistency, but you're right. It's like it was so, I think you said it, Joey K here, predictable.
They shot really well off the break.
Yeah. That's the only thing that saved them.
They were dominant down the snake side.
Yeah.
Won a lot of games out of the snake side.
Kind of weak on that D side, though.
I mean, it was the weirdest thing. Like the easiest.
If you do what no one else is doing, and you win the tournament, then everyone else was a fool, right? But if you do something completely different than everybody else, and then you don't win, you've got to at least be looking at yourself like, maybe I missed that call. Maybe I missed that call.
I will tell you, when we played them, we were super excited that they did not play the Dorito side.
Yeah, I can imagine. You give up 2/3 of the field, that's kind of a disadvantage.
Yeah, we were happy.
Now, if you just stop them in the snake, you've won the game.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. But they're in 8th place. The 10th the first event, 8th the second event, so they're in 8th place. I think that's where they kind of belong to be. They could play better. Different field. Maybe they get one more body that can get outside on the Dorito side. But I think that's kind of where they should be.
Yeah, they're consistent.
Man, their shooting on the break of a few of those points was amazing.
Amazing.
And they were scary in the snake. That's a powerful 1-2 combination in the snake.
Yeah. Axel and Hugo.
Yeah, that's a scary 2 little blue beanies.
That's right.
They look identical.
Yeah, they do.
I've learned how to tell the difference. Even though they both have the 2 beanies.
I mean, they both even run with their arms way out here.
They do that, yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. It's great.
It's wild.
Good times.
All right, let's move on.
Uprising.
I'm going to get in trouble if we stay on them too long.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about Uprising.
First event, 9th place. Second event, 9th place.
Yeah, but big difference between the first event and this event was the tempo that they played the second day. So on the first day, we'll go pull it up. So on the first day, they played a lot of points, but they played us, right?
And they played the
and they played Houston Heat, right?
No, I thought it was the Sea Dogs. No, it was the Sea Dogs, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. We played Heat.
Yeah.
So, but Sea Dogs also wanted to play a lot of points.
They did.
Right. So on day 2, so going into the X Factor match, their coach was like, "Hey, Brian, I don't think this matters for us." And I was like, "Really? Doesn't?" Because I had already done it. Like, if we beat X Factor and they score enough points, they're in.
Mm-hmm.
They go out and play. So they win the first one 8-2, go out, win the second one 6-2, and end up second seed in the pool with a ton of points.
Right.
A ton of points. They have been like changed from this very slow, think it out team to really wanting to ramp up the tempo. I think once they really understand how to do like compact all that communication stuff that we make so difficult for some reason down into these really fragmented pieces, I think they're just going to keep getting better and better.
Yeah, I definitely like when they play fast and loose.
Yeah,
for sure.
Much more entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, sure. Yeah. The thing is, though, they used to play fast and loose, and it cost them a lot, right? I think they realized with this particular layout, they could default back to that and it would pay off. And it did. That's just my opinion. Because I don't think they were necessarily, I think that the difference in tempo was significant between the 2 days. Just significant. So
yeah, it's so funny too, because we talked before the after the layout weekend, and some of the teams were like, "Oh, it's playing so fast." Some of the teams were like, "Oh, it's playing slow, And then you get to the event and you can see which way it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Fast. I agree, Ryan. I think Uprising is going to continue to trend.
Yeah, of course.
Now, I want to talk about this next team because how can you not talk about the improvement from the first event to this event?
Infamous?
And Aftermath.
Oh, Aftermath.
I think, listen, they jumped from 15th in Tampa to a Sunday appearance. What, they get 9th for this one? So,
10th.
Which I think 10th, 10th. I think this is a simple matter of Opie's guidance and their practice frequency, right? These guys play a lot of paintball. They practice together a lot. Now you got Opie in there. It's paying off. I mean, they still have those ugly points like another team I know. They burn some good opportunities like the team I know. But man, once they start reducing the frequency of those types of points, man, they're going to be a difficult team to play. We're starting to see some maturity about this team. They're coming into their own. They're starting to realize what they're capable of, and they're building that confidence. And that's important for a team.
It's the first Sunday this team has made since 2004, Las Vegas.
Yep.
So
crazy.
I'll tell you the things that I saw that looked different is confidence. The guys on the field, not only behind bunkers, but in space with their guns, just looked more confident. Like they understood the game plan. They understood when to go, when not to go. Strategically looked much more polished. Kind of like what I was hoping would happen last year with all the coaching chaos.
Yeah, it probably feels good for them to have one solid coach that they can kind of get a clear message from.
Yeah, one voice in
a bunch of voices, a bunch of different messages.
Yeah, I walked down. I maybe said 5 words to Cody maybe since I've been back in the league, but I walked down and grabbed him and I was like, Cody, you look great, man. Like you can tell you've really been working hard, and it meant a lot because he sent me a message afterwards and was like, hey, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And I'm like, shit, I should do that more often. I had no idea it meant that much to people.
Of course.
But he looked great.
Mike and I.
Yeah, that's because there's nothing to say good job about.
Well, at least be honest.
Do better, guys.
Do better, guys.
Right
do better. Do better, boys.
That's so funny. I had one of my players actually ask me, hey, when do I get my critique? I said, I'll give it to you now. Do better.
Do better. Always do better.
Always do better. So,
yeah.
Anyway. All right.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Aftermath continue to grow.
Yeah.
And they will.
So we jumped over Infamous and we jumped over Collision.
So we're going tournament rank is the way Mike was going.
Oh, gotcha.
Not
Sorry.
season.
Gotcha.
Not season. We can, yeah.
So this is the third list. I'm sorry. I got these 2 lists. I'll get to my third list.
Man, very disappointed. It's because you gave half of your money away.
That was a big power move, right? Never give away the salary.
Collision would be the next time.
Collision.
Mike and Dan got those boys right there.
Much like Aftermath, they play almost every weekend. They're super focused, super dialed in. Good mixture of kind of some older pros and some newer pros. Young, fast, aggressive team. I think the challenge they have it right now is getting everybody on the same page, because I think this is the first time they've ever kind of been in a program before. Dan's very organized. He's got everything kind of set the way he wants to have it, and they're not kind of used to that. But I think he's a big part. Him and Mike are a big part of why those guys are doing so well. They work really well together, it sounds like.
I agree. I mean, like you said, it's a mix of, there's a lot of experience there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Between Danny Park, Ben Challenger, Brandon Trio. Ramirez. Come on, Ramirez is a field captain, So I mean, there's a tremendous amount of Boyum, Anamasso, right? So
Frank, yeah.
So you've got a lot of experience there, and when you can focus that kind of talent and energy with Dan and Mike,
yep,
I think it's great. I think yeah. That's why I'm not surprised by their early performances.
I think that's like, for a new kind of up and coming team, that's kind of where you want to be, right? You want to just be in the middle of the pack, kind of, hey, we're not making, we're close. We're not making big mistakes. We're not getting too high too fast and getting slapped down. We're right where we need to be.
Yeah.
I think they need to play more points. Like, in the current condition, like the way the league is now, they need to ramp up the tempo a little bit.
Because the rule change, it's more beneficial now to play more.
And they have the personnel to do that.
Yes, if you're going to go, if you're a middle of the pack team that is going to struggle against the really good teams, but you're going to beat the teams below you, you got to play more points.
Play a bunch of points.
Right? Yes, so that you can ramp, like in those losses that you may take, you score more points. Yeah. So that's going to put you over the bubble, right? And I understand, like, the thought process of, well, if we play more points against the bad teams or against the good teams, we're going to lose more, but you're also going to probably win more, right? Yeah. So I just think if they would change that one kind of element, they play a really close game against San Diego Dynasty. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if they win that game, it's a different discussion. But the reality is, if they played more points, they'd still have a better seed, right? Going into Sunday, instead of being a low seed, they'd come out with a higher seed. And if you get knocked out in the first, they just need to play more points.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good critique. And here's the one I don't think anyone expected to see. And that's San Antonio X Factor taking 12th at this event.
Yeah. Surprising.
This is the first Sunday they've missed in almost 3 years, I believe. So they failed to, and correct me if I'm right, wrong, or different. I feel like they really failed to dictate tempo in the Uprising match. That Mercy Rule loss canceled out their Mercy Rule win against the Sea Dogs, and now they were in a position to, it just seemed a little discombobulated.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't feel like they pressed the field and pressed the advantages like the other teams were.
Yeah. It's not chemistry. What is it? It's not identity.
They got good players. They got great coaches. They got
great coaches, great players. They got a great culture.
But you're not peaking at every event, right? Maybe this was just an off event for them, or maybe the field kind of playing fast. They didn't figure how fast the field was playing until it was too late, and then went to make the change up. They hadn't practiced enough, so they were off.
Yeah.
That's Joey Blute. That's a good point. No TJ Hurts, but I agree. I agree with Joey K here. I feel like Joey K says the tempo on the back half of the Legion game was how they needed to play the entire event.
Agreed.
100%. So,
agreed.
Well said. Well said. They'll come back. That's not a team you're keeping down, right? So,
no way.
Yeah, this is an anomaly.
Yeah,
I really just that's why I'm not saying anything.
The fact that they didn't make Sunday, I'm sure it was a real slap to the face to those guys, and I'm sure they went home with the chip on the shoulder. And I'm sure they'll come out to the next event with some heat.
There's no critique here. Like, they're fine. They're fine.
Right.
They'll be okay.
An anomaly is the best way to put it. Sea Dogs. Hey, the Sea Dogs improved
Sea Dogs.
considerably from the first event to this event.
Looks like they've been playing paintball.
It does.
Like there's no
it's
snow
crazy.
on the ground.
It's almost like there's no snow on the ground up where they're at.
Out.
So I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, they played
congratulations to our Canadian friends there. Still not the finish they wanted, obviously. Never is. But I thought they started off right. They played a lot of points. Like you said, Ryan, they went after Uprising. They lost to X Factor in spectacular fashion, but they turn around, they beat Heat, and they didn't look too shabby against you guys, actually. So they're showing growth. So, and that's probably because of exactly what we just said. They're finally getting out on the field, getting a little bit more consistent.
And I loved the way they played the field.
I did too.
Like, yeah, they played the field really well. We kind of beat them up in the scramble a little bit, and we shot them a lot off the break.
Yes.
Yeah, most of those points are won on the break.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, we don't have to talk about the 14th team. Let's see here.
Yeah, let's talk about them.
Let's.
The old Jungle Cats.
The Atlanta
Cats of Jungles.
Yeah.
I thought you guys looked better, Mike.
I felt like we did as well.
Made some steps forward. I liked the tempo you guys played for the most part. I kind of told you guys after the first match, like when you have opportunities to do this, like you should do this. Don't just wait here.
Don't watch the game, play the game.
Yeah, like maybe get involved.
That's such a good analogy there, Rich. And it's funny. Ryan was telling these guys, and while he's telling them, they're looking at me because I just finished, telling them that, hey, maybe we should have gotten a little more active here and here. There was two places I felt like we had opportunity that we let slip by us a couple of times.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was just these little minuscule mistakes. And when you get into this division and you're a new rookie team and your coach comes in and starts trying to switch your style up, I think they're reacting well. You take you remove 1-2 mistakes per match. We're a Sunday team. We really are. We could have been 3-1. We could have been 4-0 at this if just remove those one little mistakes. And that's the difference, right? Between a top tier
place,
team and 14th place and something else is just those little mistakes.
Those 4 or 5 little mistakes. Yeah. We talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
That's how hard it is out there, man. 4 or 5 little mistakes, and all of a sudden you're watching everybody else play. Yeah,
it's sharp. There was some, like I said, besides the job transition or the opportunity missed, there was some miscoms, right?
But those are just opportunities, right? Opportunities to learn.
But again, those are all things that are fixable.
Yeah,
and so I think we moved the needle. We got another big test coming up in Cincinnati, and we'll see. We'll see if the guys continue on the trajectory on. So I'm proud of them. I mean, I know what they're capable of, and I saw it, and it's right there. And when it just you go, and
you guys had moments where you looked really good. Yeah. Like there were moments that you could tell like that things are moving in the right direction.
Right. And listen, big picture, right? Because I'm a big picture guy. Mm-hmm. You went to an event with a bunch of your friends and coached them through an amazing event and had a great time, right? No matter what place you got in. Ryan,
we did have
right. His team did significantly better. He had a horrible time, right? Like it all balances out, right?
Fair.
Enjoy yourself.
I won something. I won the fun game.
Hey man, in life, that's the thing, right? If you can win the fun game, if you can go through your life and love doing what you're doing, then man, you won, bro. You won.
Hey, Charlie 5-star. I think Ryan would look outstanding in one of the old 1999, 2000.
Dude, I want to see Joey in a tracksuit.
Yeah. I'd wear a tracksuit.
His long legs, all that dark blue, Joey blue tracksuit.
I'd wear a tracksuit.
It's good stuff.
Who's next?
All right, Detroit Infamous. We got to talk about these guys.
Yeah,
we got to talk about these guys. So I'm going to give you my fast take on this. Right. It's almost like they thrive on chaos and high pressure. When it works spectacularly, right? Unfortunately, and I hope this doesn't sound too harsh, but playing what I call highlight paintball versus say, be a good word, possession paintball, right? It isn't sustainable. like the Ironmen, they are great at creating momentum, but they're not real good at maintaining it. When things get tough, it's like they defragment and start throwing individual haymakers, or so it seems to me. If Travis can get his boys to play more team ball, like we saw in Tampa, these guys are going to be right back in the hunt again. And I think that's really all I see there. I know they have talent. I know they've got it, what they need to do, but it's like, you know, you saw moments of greatness again at this event. And then all of a sudden it just like, what was that?
Let's be fair though. They lose their one of the field generals and arguably their best player in Zach Patient during the 3-man competition.
That's right. He broke.
That was that was a big loss. Like from talking to, Joey and the guys, SK at practice, they said he was, right?
I completely forgot about that.
They said he was really impactful. So, like, to be fair, that's a big deal, right? Yeah. Like that's us losing Malloy, right? Like the day before the tournament, that's a big deal. So I still think that their play wasn't great. I just don't want to pick on him too much just because of, I think losing a guy like that, again, who's probably been played one or two positions, the majority of the reps, right? Which means somebody else is coming in who's seen it 30% of the time, 20% of the time. I'm pretty hard on everybody, but I'm going to give Infamous a little grace here.
Well, and let's not forget they got 6th the first event, right? So this was a rough event for them, but they could be right back up to, top 5 or 6.
That's exactly what I was saying, though. And the Zach Patient thing hurt, but you can't tell me that they still don't have enough talent on that roster, and they should be having contingencies anyway. So
guys, get your shit together.
I bet they do moving forward.
There you go.
I bet they do now.
I agree.
Yeah, dude, totally agree with this comment. Rich is super legit. I tune in mostly because he's in it. Same.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Thanks, man.
Why do you think we keep inviting him back?
And I donated my salary for this shit. Can you believe it?
He donated his salary.
That's amazing. I want a salary.
I want a salary too.
No, celery.
I was going to ask you after the show. Like, wait a minute, Rich is getting paid.
Yeah, I want to get paid.
So
we just do this for fun.
Moving on now, guys.
Yeah, you're the trophy guest, Rich.
Yes.
I love it. All right. Aftershock.
Oofa. Struggling, right?
Struggling. But they won a match.
A match.
When they
right?
They go 1-3.
1-3.
Yeah.
1-3.
It's a new team, right? It's a rebuild. It's a new team. It's a bunch of lower ranked guys that are getting together and building a team. And as long as they can stay together, keep Todd, motivated, keep Todd involved, then they'll be fine. Hosky's playing good. They got some big players.
They also lost Michael Rojas during the 3-man tournament, who at practice was their best player.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. You and I were standing there when we got a coffee together and got that news. Matter of fact, similar to Zach Patient, broke his hand.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I heard.
17th the first event, 16th the second event, so kind of consistent. It's a new team, right?
Yeah, but here's what's interesting. I felt like in that last match against the Hurricanes, they were finally doing some of the things they needed to be doing earlier in the event. At least it looked that way to me.
When the pressure gets off, sometimes those guys are playing a lot. When I started coaching NYX, as soon as they would be out, like whoever the third team is, in fact, we played Red Legion once as our fourth team. They were out. They went and smoked Red Legion. It was just like, I was like, well, where were these guys the first 3 matches? And it was just the pressure, like sometimes that pressure is a lot to deal with.
Yeah. Hail Caesar, I think those were the only 2 that we were reported. Well, and Jacob Edwards. So Jacob Edwards is hip, and then Zach Patience and Rojas's hand.
Yeah, lots of injuries at that event.
No, so
the ground was a little weird on the 3-man field.
Well, and honestly, people are playing a lot of paintball now again, right? And when you're playing a lot of paintball, sometimes you get injured, man.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the sucky
Thank God for Spot.
Yeah, and that's why you have 12 guys on your roster, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's hop into Distortion. I felt Distortion came out and kind of shocked everyone a little bit with their first match against the Tauntauns.
Avery had some really good points.
I'm telling you, he's a good player.
Let's be fair on that too, right?
Yeah.
The Tauntauns didn't have their best player in that match.
I wasn't being unfair.
No, you were being unfair.
No, I don't.
He's always unfair.
Yeah, no, I think
I'm always trying to find the positive out of everything.
They had some good points. They have some good points. They seem like they get to the spots. They need to work on their on the break shooting. They need to have obviously a deeper roster. But again, it's a kind of a brand new team, a brand new program.
Right. And they beat a team that granted was missing their best player Axel, but they still
a win's a win, man. You don't care who's on the other side.
Win's a win.
Yeah, I'm not justifying any win. If I win, if it's grandma's, I don't care. I win, it's a win. I'm moving on.
Yeah. I want to answer this question really quickly. Yes, Kirill was injured, but not at the event. Charlie.
Yeah. He got a back massage. You told me that he'd hurt his back before the event, and then he got a back massage during one of the points.
Ryan just wanted to rub him down. I don't think it had anything to do with his back hurting.
That wasn't me that rubbed him down, but I guess
right.
if he asked me to, I would.
Yeah.
Like if it meant he was going to play every point, I would certainly rub him down.
Absolutely.
Who we got next?
Well, I mean, I don't want to just bail on distortion.
Okay.
I think they're doing better than most people gave them. There's signs of life there. And I think they're going to be, I think we might see some steady climbing here.
I think with any new team like this, it's whether you can get through the first season, right? If you can keep your group, if you can keep your guys together for the first season, and in Chicago, they're not planning on bailing, going to other teams. You're not cutting people. Your money doesn't run out or whatever, and you can show that you can be here season to season. Then your next season you can have a good solid run at it. It's just the first season is tough, man.
Yeah,
you got a bunch of new guys. You got new coaches. You got there's a lot of stuff going on, right?
I got you. Yeah. New Jersey leverage fell from 12th to 18th.
Yeah, it definitely looked better the first event.
These guys play proactive paintball. I
really
appreciate that about them.
Yeah.
And it's not that they make bad moves. It's that the second and third ones that are biting them, right? That they have the speed. Now they just need the control.
Certainly they can't attack individually, right? They have to attack as a group.
Yeah. High level teams attack with purpose. Sometimes I get the sense leverage attacks because they're bored, right?
It's just they just get the mindset to attack, but it's not the communication with the guy behind him or the guy inside him. Like, hey, I'm going to go get this guy. You need to take this spot, or the coach saying, hey, if he goes, you got to take this spot, because they attack. One guy goes and attacks, and then they wait, and then another guy goes and attacks, and then they wait, and then another guy goes and attacks and waits. And like, hey, guys, you're doing the right thing. You're just doing it the wrong way. You guys have to do this together. You have to do it quicker, and it has to go 1, 2, 3. And it's just again a young group of guys, a young coach, just trying to figure all this stuff out. And everyone doesn't have a top team to practice against. So if you can practice against one of the top teams and you can watch those guys do it, then your guys can get better at it a lot faster. But if you're one of those kind of isolated teams and you're out there practicing by yourselves, it's really tough to figure out that tempo and the speed of the game.
I mean, they played Ironmen and Heat, which Heat didn't play well, which we'll talk about in a second, but they played Ironmen and Heat coming into the event. Ironmen played great.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
it's a head scratcher.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
I think so.
Not, man.
No. There's no system. Everything, like the stuff you guys are talking about is all system related. Like there's no like
a little too free and loose.
Yeah, you've got to have like some commandments, right? Like, like here's our team commandments. We're not ever gonna do this. We are always gonna do this.
Then this. If this, then this.
Yeah. So it's like the first event looked like more organized chaos. This event just looked like chaos. Like a guy would go, and then when a gun was supposed to change, it wouldn't. There was no like balance to the attack. It just seemed very.
I think they do as well as they do because they're so talented as individuals, but they just don't play as a team.
They win a lot of gunfights, right? But like if I was to pull, Coach, I forget his last name, but if I was to pull his sheet, I bet it's literally like go to these 5 spots. Okay, good luck, guys. right?
The starting and part of a game plan.
But
Yeah.
but don't you agree though that if they recognize that, do you agree that I mean, with the talent, they've got the talent. If they can start creating that structure, if they have that structure.
For sure.
Again, if they can stay in the league for a year, right? If they can keep all the guys together, they can keep the money moving, they can make all that stuff.
If they
they're fine. We're gonna get to the team who's definitely not fine in a little bit.
But if they watch the coaches show, and they realize, hey, we need to have these commandments. Let's write them out. Hey, we need to have this structure. Hey, we need to go to one of the coaches' clinics or whatever.
Maybe they could just call you guys and you could
leverage
set it up for them.
I think Leverage has what it needs to be a good team. They just it's just that stubbornness. I don't know. I'm Italian. I'm pretty stubborn. But
Joey says it's Chris Vermicelli, but I didn't think Chris was still the one calling the plays. I thought it was Patrick, but I don't remember Patrick's last name.
I'll tell you here in a minute. I had it just a second ago.
Either way,
Patrick Finelli and Christopher. They both were there.
Okay, but they just need to organize the front to back.
Yeah.
Here's what the play is here's our intention in this play. If this goes to hell, here's your second option.
That word? Intent.
Yeah, if this goes to hell, here's your third option, right? And let's do it together.
Yeah,
as a team.
Yeah,
I think the minute they get over that hill, different team.
It's good group of players.
Oh yeah. So,
group of guys for sure.
This one's hard to talk about. Houston Heat.
Why is it hard to talk about, Mike?
You want me to kick it off?
Sure.
You guys are making me the bad guy every time tonight.
Yeah. They appeared out of sync to me. I don't know how else to describe it. I stand by the fact they have all the talent they need to be competing.
Okay.
But it seemed like everyone was phoning it in this event.
So if they have all the talent they need, what are the other things that they're not having, Mike?
Well, first of all, I know it isn't fair since I know all of those guys are competitors, right? So my phoning it in comment, it's what it looked like. Trying to figure out where the fire is, man. They had no anima. I know they have it. You can't look at Moorhead and Dizon and you can't look at these guys that we've watched over the years and know they're not competitors and not capable. So I'm trying to figure out what Chris has got going over there, what he's trying to do. Where is it? Where's it coming off the rails? Is it their practices?
Dude, attitude reflects leadership. You literally have an owner who every single team he has owned has been shitty. He's had really good players. I love Alan. I think he's an amazing human being.
I love Alan.
He's not a great paintball team owner. The proof is in the pudding. How many times we want to run the exact same experiment over and over and over and over again?
Can we make
there's no question.
Brian, when you say that he's not a good owner, right? He's a great guy. He's super passionate. He loves the sport. He puts his time and energy into it. What does he need to do to be a better owner?
Be an owner.
Right.
Get out, get away. Pay for the stuff you're going to pay for. Go sit in the stands.
And then let
your coach that you've paid coach the team. Let the chemistry of the team be what it is.
That's constructive. Alan, I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening to what he says, because that's what you need to do, man. You need to pay your coach, have your confidence in him.
Yes, I appreciate Alan and everything he's tried to do. But the reality is, the attitude of his team is reflective of the leadership, period. Again, we've watched the experiment.
I feel like you're getting mad at me, Ryan, and I'm not even involved with the team at this point. I'm just,
I'm getting frustrated because I have friends on that team that are struggling that shouldn't be, because it's chaos. It's chaos, and it shouldn't be chaos.
Yeah.
It's and as a coach, it's hard to disagree with players. We all understand the frustration, right, of trying really, really hard to do something that's really hard and not being successful.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with my friend's assessment. I think you're right. It's got to be. It has to be that.
That's easy to fix. He can just fix it then.
Yeah, I let the team create their dynamic with Chris. Right,
yeah, whatever it is.
Step out of the way. Right, money well spent.
Yeah, you can't
spend it. Then let them do their job.
Right, micromanage your coach. Right, whoever your coach is, whatever your system is, you have to have one guy that's in charge of the direction the team is going. Right, the overall overwhelming arch. You can have multiple coaches, but there has to be one guy that's the guy. And then as an owner, you can talk to that guy before the event, after the event, away from the team or whatever, but you don't want to be in between that guy and the team, right? Like you have to let that guy have the power and he has to do the job.
Yeah. Totally. Like again, I don't understand because Alan's smart
and successful.
Right. Like if he was running a company
outside of paintball.
Yeah. If he ran a company, if he owned a company, then he hired a manager or CEO to do a job and that guy's killing it. And then he comes in and he starts running it on his own and it falls apart. Wouldn't he be able to recognize what the problem is? And let's say he did that with 4 companies. Would that be enough of a litmus to know that maybe you're a great owner, but not maybe the best coach?
Some people have a hard time looking at themselves and seeing, what their strengths and weaknesses are. But I really hope he figures it out because we need more Allens in the industry.
Now that I agree with.
Agree. But again, this is, do you know the last time that Houston
exactly
Heat went 0-4?
I don't. I can't ever remember. Yeah, because I can't ever remember that happening.
Never in the history.
Dude, when I saw that they went 0-2, I was like, man, they're going to turn that around, and you better watch out when when they play their 3rd and 4th match, and they lost their 3rd match. I'm like, oh shit, they're going to go home. I was like, I got sick to my stomach. I was like, man, this is paintball's at a weird place right now, man. Paintball is definitely changing.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just again when you look across that roster, and somebody made a comment about the Buffton kid, he's really good. The kid can play.
Dude, he's great at paintball.
The kid can play. He's good. He deserves to be playing on that team.
I agree.
But when you look across the roster, and Chris is a good coach. They've got all the things that they need to be really good. There's only one thing in there that seems to continuously be a problem. I mean, at the last event, they play pretty well. They come in and literally it looked like Houston Heat at the end of last season, where the guys were just kind of we're here.
Paycheck.
Yeah, we're here. This is, I'm
we don't
getting
have
to
anywhere
travel
else
with
to do
my
this weekend,
friends.
so we thought we'd show up.
Yep.
Well, I certainly hope they get their shit together because they got some really good players in that team, and they've got all the support that they need. So if they don't do it, it's on them.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Pat. Is that what you meant, Pat? Pat McKenna says, "I cannot disagree with you more, Ryan."
Oh, Pat, you better watch yourself because Ryan's fiery tonight.
Did you mean you meant to say I cannot agree with you more, Ryan? I mean, you were with the camp, Pat, for a long time.
Yeah, it's okay if he disagrees. That's just what I see.
Yeah, no, and disagreeing is cool, right? Different opinions.
Totally.
I don't think he's disagreeing. I think he mistyped that.
I think
calling you out on it now, Pat.
I think it's clear that Allen has a many good features, but there's something that needs to be fixed in that camp, right? So I get it.
He's not disagreeing with your assessment of the situation. He's agreeing with your assessment on a player.
I think the Boston kid is a pro caliber player in a top 10 team. Talk to Dex. I don't know who the Boston kid is.
Well, Pat is just really messing up the vibe right now.
Yeah, man, Pat, you're just all right. You're cut off.
Who is the Boston kid?
Just don't feed into
it. Austin.
Yeah, talk to text. He meant to say Austin.
I think Austin is a good paintball player. He needs to improve a little bit. He cheats a little bit and he gets caught and he sometimes stays in one position too long. But he's good enough player to play paintball on that squad.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's good enough to start on a pro squad.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's good enough to start, but I think he's a good 6-7 guy.
I know that he's good enough to start because he started on every single team that Allen's owned. You have some kind of,
I tried so hard not to, but the emphasis of you leaning into the camera.
I understand. Are we not communicating? Can you guys not hear this? The mic's not working?
I'm going to log out until we're done with the bottom of this so I don't lose friends.
I got you. Let's move on.
Friends, they weren't really friends.
We're on the last team. We're on the last team here.
Okay.
Here we go. And last, but not
certainly least.
And Rich, you want to start this one over? This is New York.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's super funny that NYX is in the position. On the other hand, I feel bad. I like Harris a lot. I wish he wasn't in this position, but he is in this position because of him being Harris. So on the one hand, he is where he should be. On the other hand, I feel bad because I know he enjoys paintball and I know he wants to do the pro thing. I felt bad for Josh Taylor, still stuck on the team. But I love watching Josh play as a one. I love the fact that he's finally getting spins. You know, he didn't get a spins for a long time because of Harris taking his spots. So I'm glad that he's in there doing that. I think it's unfortunate. They brought in, they had a semi-pro team, and instead of promoting those guys up when they needed new players, they brought in some old pro guys. And not that those guys are bad guys to bring in, but I think they should have brought in their semi-pro guys, you know, keep the program strong. But yeah, they're struggling. They're going to continue to struggle. And I miss like Harris shooting people and having fun and talking shit and, you know, that kind of, I miss that stuff. So I wish they were doing better, not just because I'm sure it's miserable for Harris, but also because when they do well, they're entertaining and fun to watch. Did Ryan really jump off because
he had to take a bio break?
Patrick was picking on him? Is that what it was?
No, bio
Patrick
break.
starts to pick on me. No, it's okay. It's okay. Well, Ryan, we've got your back. Okay.
No, Ryan didn't want to lose any more friends by peeing on camera.
Poor guy. You have anything you'd like to say about New York Extreme?
Illegal. I do. First of all, I think Josh is an incredible human being. I like Josh tremendously.
Yeah,
I do. And I agree with you as well. I think Harris is a great guy off the field. I think there are some delusions of grandeur going through. And it's like, and honestly, I didn't mean that to be funny. I guess it did sound that way, but I didn't mean it to be that way.
It was meant to be sad, not funny.
Yeah, because I mean, look,
that's even funnier.
They have talented players, but there's no rudder.
Players do they have, Mike?
There is no rudder, right? And you would think that Harris or maybe now John Woodley or there's some kind of rudder.
Is Charlie still helping out?
I saw Charlie there.
Yeah, I mean, between Charlie and Harris, I would think that they have it all figured out.
But see, that's the thing, though. One thing I did notice by being in their pits and playing them is that they don't see eye to eye on anything.
That Harris not seeing eye to eye with somebody is kind of out of character. So I hope everything's okay.
I really think the issue is there is no rudder. There is no structure. There is, let's go play points. Oh, you shot a guy, we were both alive at the end of this point. Okay, we're starters. I don't think there's any type of metric. I think it's like, hey, I'm going to go with these guys because they're my friends or whatever.
I'm going to go with what Harris wants to do.
Yeah. I just don't feel like there's any structure or rudder to that team, and there's no accountability.
Yeah.
And when you don't have
chaos.
Those things,
it's chaos. Yeah.
It's chaos, right? It's anarchy.
Yeah.
And that's
what bad for anybody playing on that team.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome back, Ryan. Everyone thought you left because you didn't want to hurt anyone.
I'm sick. So I'm having to drink like tons of tea. I've got like medications and
yeah. So while you're on this medication, people want to hear your take on NYX.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Because we candy coated it.
No, I think it's, this new look NYX that we were kind of sold right before the event with all of these pickups and, I don't know what expectations were.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah. They looked the same old to me, right? Like they were, really chaotic. Like I thought they played the wrong guys. Like they were playing, Sebastian Lopez over Bucco, and Bucco's been really, in my opinion, probably him and Josh have been the best two players on their team. Mm-hmm. And those guys, Ray didn't really play much. I don't know. Rich kind of said everything. Like there's no, and so did you, there is no rudder. Like there's no one really guiding the ship. There's no data. It's all emotion. It's
I was gonna say you're a little bit wrong because Harris for sure is guiding the ship, but with no data and no direction. He's definitely guys, we're going this way. We're definitely going this way, guys.
He's blindfolded while he's controlling the rudder. So it's drunk at the wheel. It's a mess, right? It's a mess in their pit. It's a mess around their pit. It's a mess on the field. Like everything is kind of a mess. There's no discipline. There's no structure. There's no process. There's no system. In my opinion, the league is probably better off if NYX gets relegated.
Yeah. Do you think this time if they get relegated, they'll find another name or another team, or you think they'll maybe play semi-pro? Because honestly, I would like to see Harris play good paintball again and have fun playing paintball and talking shit and pew-pewing and all that stuff. maybe him and Will Hennessy can run semi-pro and just, win 2 or 3 events a year and be happy and play good paintball and enjoy themselves, because this pro thing's not working out for him.
Yeah, somebody asked about Trent Netta. No, he was not at the event. Don't think he was at practice
He got
either,
cut,
from what I heard.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't.
Who knows?
Yeah. That's true, Joey. So their first match, we loaned them some pods. So there's some logistical issues there too. And that can't help, right? When you're having
that's chaos.
That's chaos. What I'm talking about. Anarchy, right? So
anarchy and chaos.
Yeah, so slam. All right. Well, that concludes our take on all 20 teams. So do we want to maybe before we do we want to talk about the upcoming brackets, which are live? The schedule's already live, actually, for the next event, for the NXL Midwest Open being held in Hamilton, Ohio.
How was Dover?
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. Like, it was not at the raceway.
It wasn't.
Right? There was a lot of like anger, like from some of the participants.
Some of the new
like,
guys,
hey,
new kids.
Like, we were sold this bill of goods that we were
not really playing in Chicago.
Yeah, right. We're in Indiana, right? But it was like maybe the nicest ground, other than Cincinnati, that we get to play on. Like, it was the ground was great.
Airport nice and close.
Airport was just like always in the Northeast. It was an hour and a half away. Like, we ended up actually going out of Washington, Dulles, which so that was like 2.5, 2 hours, right at 2 hours.
Okay. That's not tolerable. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd rather.
It's more than an hour. It's ridiculous.
I mean, it is worth noting. It is worth noting that we had the most severe drop off in the lower divisions than any other event, because every event since like the last 2 years, we've seen a climb. And this one, we had a significant drop off. Now, you had 31 semi-pro teams, but when you have that few D3, D4 teams, it's not good. So it was kind of expensive, right? Yeah. There's not a lot of place to stay up there. Yeah. Whereas I love the area. I thought it was a gorgeous venue and the area was great. By the way, great job again. I got to say it again on the VIPs seating. That
I heard it was looking down on it. That's the way to go, right?
Yeah, they were even with Maddie and Todd, so that was really cool.
It makes such a big difference, man. It just changes the whole perspective of the game. That's the biggest thing we could do to improve our viewership, was just to have that elevated seating.
Yeah, that's a good point. Dover lacked a lot of food options, right?
Yeah. So was there a reason that we went up there, or were we just trying something different? Was there like sometimes there's a reason to go somewhere, like there's a big field in the area. We're trying to promote paintball in the area.
I know they were trying to get away from Atlantic City because of all the taxes and fees and
so expensive,
additional hoops that had to be jumped through to have that event. It was not good in Atlantic City, even though like I liked the venue, but I didn't like the surrounding. It's Atlantic City, dude. Yeah. It's trash. Yeah. I liked Dover. Like I've found great food options. So I don't know where you were looking.
I'm talking about options, like, but we cooked at the house. We have this great sponsor, N3 Meals. Shout out to N3 Meals. And it is incredible food. So we're squared away. But
cooking at the house is so much better than going to restaurants.
I will answer this question. What happened with the cornfield? Yeah, great question. So
the Philly cornfield?
Yeah. USA Volleyball actually put a qualifying volleyball event
in that
area, which brings in like 25,000 people. So if we were to try to go around that same time, you wouldn't be able to find anywhere to stay.
You wouldn't.
So unfortunately, the cornfield is out for a while.
Yeah,
interesting.
And I am looking forward to Cincinnati. I love the Cincinnati venue. I really enjoyed it last year. So very cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Like they were literally like surrounded by trees. It was in this really cool kind of pocket area. It was really dusty, which is why I'm sick. It was terribly dusty, but yeah, that's like World Cup. I come home from World Cup every year sick too because of all the damn dust.
Too funny.
You're working too hard, bro. You're working too hard.
Do we want to talk about these brackets real quick before we call it a night? So you can get some rest, sick man?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Bracket A is Red Legion, Dynasty, Ironmen, Jungle Cats, and Aftershock. Uh-oh. It looks like we're doing this again, Ryan. Wow, 3 of the coaches from the coaches show will be in that one. Shane, me, and you. Crazy. Todd's a common guest over here. We need to get Junior on here or Kyle Spica, one of the two. We haven't had
Kyle Spica's coming on in 2 weeks.
Kyle Spica, everyone, you heard it here. He's coming on in 2 weeks. So keep a lookout for that. Bracket B, Edmonton Impact, San Antonio X Factor, Seattle Uprising, ASG Aftermath, and New York Extreme in Bracket B. Bracket C is Paintball Fit, Tauntaun Arsenal, Detroit Infamous, New Jersey Leverage, and Houston Heat. And finally, Bracket D, Tampa Bay Damage, Hurricanes, Collision, Sea Dogs, and Distortion. Wow. Yeah. Well, Cat's got a little bit of a one in front of us. It's going to be fun. But we want it. We're here for it. Let's go. Give us the tough stuff. We'll see where we stand.
What's your prediction on your bracket, Mike?
I think we can easily. I know we can hang. So, I mean, if I had to throw it out there right now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, 2 and 2, and 2 of them are going to be real close.
2 and 2, and you're going to play a lot of points. So
play a lot of points.
That's going to put you in a good position to go in.
Yeah.
Got it.
This is the first, and obviously because it's the third event, things are starting to shake out. None of these brackets are the bracket of death.
Nope.
They look great.
I was just thinking that. I'm looking at it going, that's an even dispersal. Even dispersal.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, bracket D is going to be interesting.
Who's bracket D?
Bracket D is Damage, Hurricanes, Collision, Sea Dogs, and Distortion.
Yeah.
That's going to be some fun watching there. That one doesn't feel exciting.
Charlie at 5 stars. Charlie says, let's make them bets and see who wears the tracksuit and chain for the next event. He's already wearing the tracksuit and chain. So how would that, if I win, what do I get?
Yeah. What does he get out?
You get to also wear tracksuit with chains at the event.
he could do that if he wanted. He doesn't have to bet to do that, but we'll think of something.
He's betting that he's cool enough to do it.
Ryan and I used to bet Gatorades and Snicker bars.
Yeah, that's a much more friendly bet.
That's right. So, I don't know. Bracket B looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And I think bracket A, I think they're all kind of exciting. Yeah. What are y'all's predictions in there? Let us know. Yeah, that's true. He definitely has a bigger budget and could get a real chain. Quit telling people that my chain was fake. Everyone's like, he's a cop. No, I'm not. Me and my
undercover cop.
That's right.
Yeah, Alabama paintball clubs. I remember a bet that didn't get handled. Yeah, we're supposed to come to Alabama.
Thomas says C could be a bracket of death.
Yeah, that for the record, that wasn't necessarily a bad thing, because I certainly didn't want you guys to get the flu. I didn't want them to come stay with me and get the flu. That was bad. It was just bad timing. So, who won last year? Didn't SK win last year?
Yeah, we were supposed to go to San Diego.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about it since.
Yeah. So maybe A is the bracket of death again.
So none of these brackets are the bracket of death, but it could be A or C.
Well,
no,
I don't think C.
I don't think C.
I don't think C. But if the Ironmen play like they did at this event,
if they play,
that's a hell of a tier 3 team.
I agree.
That's a tough tier 3 team.
Yeah, that's a hell of a tier 3 team. And the only reason I don't say C, well, again, C could be if Infamous
plays, right?
Yeah,
and Heat. A bunch of question marks, right?
And then you got Heat in the 5th tier. I agree. That's wild.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
no, A could be the bracket of death for sure. with Russian Legion, Dynasty if they step up and play good, Ironmen. And then C, I mean, you do have Heat, Fit, and Tauntauns. So Tauntauns, Infamous can be a question. Yeah, A and C could both be tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think they're all tough. I think they're all tough.
And I think the Sea Dogs do well in bracket D.
I agree.
He's tough.
Yeah.
That's why I said D is going to be fun to watch. There's going to be some interesting matchups there.
Yeah, for sure.
And Collision could very well be the spoiler. All right.
I know they're working hard.
No doubt. So, okay, gentlemen. Well, that was fun.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Always. It's always.
Thank you. Thank all of you for joining us tonight for episode 113 of the Coaches Show. Thank you, our sponsors, Max Sportswear, BKI Paintball, and our newest sponsor, Virtue Paintball. Tune in next week. We'll have some links in the description for you with some discounts.
Big discount codes.
I don't know if they're big.
No, they're huge.
But they'll be discounts.
Everything must go Virtue.
All of it.
We're making
everything.
Deals, we're making deals.
Yeah. It's like a used car salesman. Yeah. Thank you to Major League Paintball, Major League Paintball Plus, Tom Cole, Kevin Fillers, Darren Seston, and Amanda Maltz. For Rich Telford, Mike Bianca, I'm Ryan Gray. As always, be responsible.